Olympia is already paying the extra 0.01% sales tax, so we'd be exempt from an additional countywide home tax. But I bet if we put it to the voters again, they would pass it.
Hey guys, check this out.
What is it?
Is someone in?
So good afternoon, commissioners, and thank you for considering passing a countywide home fund by a vote of the board. On behalf of the Olympia City Council and a solid majority of our voters, I'm excited to lend our support and encourage you to pass a countywide home fund. We've seen the results of our own home fund that passed with over 60% support in 2018, and know that a countywide fund would make our efforts to address this crisis truly a regional effort. I want to emphasize that Olympia is already paying the extra 0.01% sales tax, so we'd be exempt from an additional countywide home tax. But I bet if we put it to the voters again, they would pass it. In creating our home fund, advocates hoped it would create 350 new units of permanent supportive housing in 10 years. I'm happy to report that we're now on pace to reach that goal well ahead of schedule, funding almost 250 units of supportive housing in 3 years. We were able to leverage our first 3 years of home fund revenue into $70 million in state and federal construction grants as a result. The Olympia Home Fund's success is due in large part to partnerships with yourselves and a regional housing council. Tax credits as well are a critical tool for financing housing for our lowest income households. Because of our ability to leverage our home fund dollars, we're looking to win 3 tax credit awards in a row for the first time in the county's history. All that new affordable housing came from Olympians investing just an extra dime for every $100 they spend on retail purchases. Imagine the impact we could have if everyone in the county made that commitment. A countywide home fund would generate $4.5 million in its first full year compared to Olympia's $2.3 million raised under the same authority. Put those together and it would be magic. I also want to say that we've got a recent statewide survey that was put on by the Challenge Seattle group that we spoke of earlier that former Governor Gregoire is leading. And their survey showed that 92% of voters statewide say homelessness and lack of affordable housing is the #1 issue and that local and state governments need to address it. They also noted that 62% of Washington voters say that homelessness is a statewide problem and lawmakers are responsible for addressing the issue with additional funding. There's additional statistics that I could go on, but they all point to the fact that voters will have your back if you pass a home fund for the county. As well as mentioned earlier, the state is sitting on a large surplus and they're looking at allocating one-time dollars for capital acquisition of existing hotels and multifamily units. The county will be poised perfectly to apply because they can show an existing dedicated revenue source for housing. So in closing, I want to acknowledge Aaron Long's comments, and they should speak to all of us, especially during this season of the year. And this, I want to note as well, and leave you with this, this is not a partisan issue. This is a human issue. And I really, really hope that you think long and hard about not supporting this. And I hope you do support. Thank you.
That's all I have for you today. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day.